Corey.
I'm Shauna.
And this is our new YouTube channel,
Latoure.
Now I know some of you out there are wondering, what does Latoure mean? Well, let me explain. Latoure is actually a mixture of both of our middle names. My middle name is Toure.
And mine is Lashanae.
So you take La and Toure, put them together, and you got Latoure.
Yeah, we clever with it.
So we're new to YouTube. So what we'll basically be doing on this channel is talking about our relationship, different relationship things. We'll vlog, have some date nights, you know, take you guys with us, do some traveling. We love taking trips. Have
other couples on.
Yep.
Or family members.
Family members, couples, you know, just the whole shebang. It's gonna be dope. So for our first video, we want to tell you guys about how we met. It's actually a pretty interesting story.
It's hilarious.
All right, so I'll start from my perspective. I was walking into work one day, and I got a text from my mom. She was like, "There's this girl I want you to meet at my job."
Shout out to Ma.
Shout out to Ma. And when I got that text, I looked at my phone and I was like, what? It's a girl you want me to meet at your job? Now, normally, I wouldn't go for anything like that. You know, I'm a player, yo. I'm a player, yo.
Oh, I'm a player, yo.
I gotta meet my women, like, in person, you know?
Right.
Anyways, so I don't know what came over me, but I was just like, okay, I'm not doing nothing right now, so let's set it up. So I texted back. I was like, yeah, okay. And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. So let's do it. So you want to take over? What happened on your end?
So I used to work with his mom at the post office, and I don't even actually remember having any like deep conversations with her. Like, we would walk past each other and speak, but nothing too like deep or whatever. So one day she came up to me and she was like, I want you to meet my son. My first thought is like, what's wrong with him?
What? What's wrong with me?
Why the mama is playing matchmaker? Like, I don't know. Like, that's just, I don't know.
What?
Anywho, she started asking me questions like how old I am and things of that sort, and then started telling me a little bit about him, which he seemed like a good person from what she was describing. So I agreed to it, and then she came back around and actually showed me a picture of him because I didn't know how he looked.
Cue the picture.
And I'm like, dang, he fine. Dang, he fine.
Dang, he fine.
Okay, like, we could do this. A couple days later, well, actually, didn't we talk on the phone or something before our date, like for a minute?
Before we get to that part, so after y'all encounter or whatever, she gave me a number, and she gave me kind of a breakdown about who she is. She was like, she's a hard worker, she's about her business and everything, you know, she drive a nice car, and she was like, she's actually older than you. So what y'all don't know is I got a cougar right here. She's actually 4 years older than me. And for me, I'll say that I was a little nervous at first because I've never been with an older woman before. And it was like, okay, so I really gotta put on my big boy pants now, because she probably ain't used to dating nobody that younger than her. So I got the number, and I played it cool. I wasn't gonna call her like right away.
He took forever to call me, at least like a week or so.
That's cap! That's cap! That's cap! That's cap! How I'm gonna be there? That's cap!
Because I was waiting.
Not a week.
I was waiting. It was at least a week, because I'm like, okay, I had an event to go to that weekend. I'm like, okay, maybe he gonna call me the weekend. Didn't call me. I wound up seeing his mom back at work, and she like, he called you yet? I'm like, no, he ain't called me yet. She like, girl, he gonna call. I'm like, okay. So
it was more like 3 or 4 days. I ain't giving him no whole week.
Cause I thought he was just not interested.
I never seen what she looked like. That's the thing too. I never saw what she looked like, so I'm like, she could look crazy. I don't even know. I'm going based off of what my mama said. This is how you know I trust my mom, cause she said you was pretty, but you know, I was on the prairie, y'all. But
I started to send him a picture, but I ain't want to spoil the surprise.
Right.
So.
She got to see what I looked like, but I didn't get to see what she looked like. So I called her up about 4 or 5 days later.
A week.
I called her, and you know, we talked for a second or whatever. Got the basics. I didn't want to talk too long on the phone because I wanted our first date. I wanted us to have something to talk about on our first date. So I guess I kind of like rushed her off the phone.
He sure did. He straight cut me off because I was about to go deep, and he like, hold on.
So I was like, okay, cool. I got your basics. I was like, okay, we'll talk about the rest. We'll talk about some more stuff over dinner, whatever. So we set up our date, and our first date was at Cooper's Hawk.
Real fancy with it.
Yeah, you know, I had to take her someplace nice on the first date. Shout out to Mama, because she really picked the place. She was like, "Is this place down the street? You should take her." I was like, "What is it?" She's like, "Cooper's Hawk. I want to go, but you should take her for your first date." I was like, "Okay, I'll look into it." I get there on time. I'm standing outside waiting for her, you know. I'm ready. I'm all dappered up, you know. I got the tee with the I had some red pants on that day with the suede loafers on. You feel me? I was looking good. Down from the bar, you know. And I'm standing outside waiting for her. And you want to tell them what happened?
Well, I had to work
for so long.
I had to work earlier that day.
That's cap. But that's cap. But that's cap. But that's cap. How I'm gonna be there? But that's cap.
Thankfully, I was able to get off early enough for us to have our date. So I came home. I think I showered and everything, but I still had a little bit more time to where I can just like chill out for a minute before it was actually time for me to leave out. I actually fell asleep on the couch, didn't mean to.
Forgot all about me.
Yeah, I was sleeping good, and I just wound up catching myself or whatever, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm really late. Thankfully, I stayed right down the street from the place that we was meeting at, so yeah. That was cool. But when I pulled up though, I seen him standing outside of the restaurant and stuff, and he was pretending to be on his phone.
Yeah, I was scrolling through the phone. I saw her pull up, but I just like pretended to be on my phone. You know, I didn't want her to know I saw her already. So so she walked up to me, and I looked up, and I was like, damn, she won. The nervousness took over me, but I was still cool with it. I ain't show it, you know. I wasn't gonna show her that I was intimidated by how she was looking and everything. You feel me? You know, I had to be a man with it. You know how we men are. We gotta be men with it.
Boy, if you don't get.
Okay.
Anyways, we go into the restaurant. We sit down. We waiting for our table, and I just look at her. Like, what did I compliment first?
I took my glasses off and you told me I had pretty eyes.
Yeah, I told her she had some pretty eyes. And
he got me right there because I ain't never heard that before.
That boy is good.
And it was true. It's true. You see them eyes, right? Show your eyes.
Well, how am I gonna look at my people? Well, Do something. Stop.
What are you taking?
Show my eyes.
Show me your eyes. Anyways, the date went real good. You know, we talked. I really wasn't expecting the conversation to go the way it did, for real. Like, it was just flowing. Like, we had a whole bunch to talk about. It was never like no awkward silence or anything. We just connected for real. We found out that we're both tourists. Tourist gang over here. And you know, a lot of people say like same signs don't mix well or whatever. But we get along pretty good.
We're pretty much the same person.
I don't know.
Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it...
Yeah. You know, as tourists, we stubborn.
Yeah.
So, after the date, walking back out to her car, whatever. We say goodbye and everything. I ain't try to kiss her on the first date, cause you know that ain't classy, you know. You gotta wait till at least the second date. Try to make the move on. But yeah, that's the first time we met for real. And ever since then, it's been good. We about 2.5 years. 2.5?
A little over 2.5, closer to 3.
Yep, September 1st is our anniversary.
Yeah.
I love her, y'all. I love her. This is my baby right here.
You said our conversation pretty much flowed at dinner. Like, it was like I met him before already in another lifetime. Yeah. Yeah,
when I tell y'all, like, we do everything together for real. And it's like, she my best friend for real. Like, I've never clicked with anybody the way I click with her. It's my buddy.
Your buddy.
It's my buddy. She more than my buddy.
Homie lover friend.
My homie lover friend. Ain't she fine, y'all? Look at her.
Everyone a lover.
You're so nasty.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my mama don't watch this. I hope your mama don't watch it. Nah. But yep, that's the story of how we met. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to more videos in the future.
Tap in with us.
Yep, tap in with us. Tell us what you want to see, what you want to know. We got stories for days, for real. So any questions you got, ask us. We'll probably do a Q&A video or whatever. Yeah. Answer you guys' questions. But yeah, get ready for this ride. It's about to be a good one.
Yes, drop questions in the comments below.
Yep. Hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Hit the subscribe button. I see you right there. You hit the subscribe button.
Babe, you can't be pressuring them.
All right. Yeah, y'all are.
Can't be a bully. We want them to come back.
Hit the subscribe button. All right. This has been Latoure. See you in the next video.